Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Doctor Who reaction. This is Rose Live, and my name is Matt. What's up? Hello. Okay, so, Doctor Who, last time on Doctor Who, what happened? We went to a village of angels. I'm literally just remembering the title and just saying, yes, Village of Angels, that's what happened. But that's literally what happened. So, we went to a village in the 60s, and then we went to a village, the same village in the 1900s, like, or aughts, I guess. That was mostly it in terms of setting. But okay, we met the Professor Eustachius Jericho, which is like one of my favorite characters. Doctor Who was brought up randomly, into a random episode. That he's fucking awesome. So we got to see Claire again, which I enjoyed. Claire turned out to be possessed by an angel. Well, possessed. An angel got inside of her, and that angel was luring the Doctor out, either because the angel wanted the Doctor to save them, escaping from other angels who were working for the division, or because that angel wanted to use the Doctor in order to get away by striking new deals, so then the angels from the division would be recalling the Doctor. So that's interesting. We'll see. I just had a random theory. What if Ruth is actually the Doctor's future? It's what happens right after this. They recall the Doctor back to the division and Ruth becomes an angel of the division. Like, they force the Doctor to regenerate and it turns into Ruth. But it wouldn't make sense because we saw that because the Doctor was already in the division in the past and Ruth was the one that sees Atropos. According to that memory, unless the memory lies to you. But, yeah, I think that's it, so never mind. I don't know what's going to happen to the Doctor, because the Doctor got turned into an angel, kind of, and that's where the episode ending. But to me, that, more than anything, that just looks like fucked up imagery, so then you can be like, oh my god, but I think it's just going to be like, that's just the way the angels imprison you, and then you go back to normal. Like that's just a thing that they do in order to transport you like a prisoner, so that's kind of what I think, because that's the thing. It's like, no matter what dire situation the Doctor is in, the Doctor's gonna be fine. At the end of the day, the Doctor's gonna be fine. And if it's not a finale, then it means that the Doctor won't regenerate even, so we're good. And also, because I have knowledge of like the outside universe, it's like, yeah, Jodie's gonna be fine for another like 4 episodes. Oh, that's weird to think about. We have like 4 more episodes with Jodie, don't we? No, I think there's another one, so 5. Yeah, we only have 5 more episodes of this. Jesus, I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, I don't know what pickle the Doctor is in now. We know that Dan and Yas are stuck in the past alongside Peggy and Professor Eustachius Jericho. I hope I see him again. And I think Kate might be in this episode. That's going to be a lot of fun. I think I may begin. So, Doctor Who, Series 13, Episode 5. Let's go. Whoa. Jumping right into the intro. This is how you can tell if this episode is intimidating or not. The fact that the intro is right at the beginning before you see anything, it means that this is gonna be an important one, maybe. My friend said, 1904, Mexico, let's fucking go. What are y'all doing? The fuck are y'all doing?
I hope he hasn't fallen asleep.
Jericho? Hell yeah, dude! I love this. Yes, this is spectacular. I love this. Why are they fucking doing that Indiana Jones thing now? Dude!
She is waiting.
She? Who is? Is it the old lady? The old lady we met before? She did have a hat in her back. This looks like a tortoise. This looks like the best tortoise. I love this.
I find myself marooned a decade before I was born, in a century where I have a little too much knowledge of the atrocities to come.
Oh, that's true. You're gonna have to live through World War I and 2. Run. Can you not stop it? Can you not, like...
We have a partial date, December 5th, but no year.
Are you gonna throw in a wild guess and say 2021? 1958.
No longer Tulsa.
I don't know who that is. What is that? Oh.
So this is an adaptive hologram. Right now, we're in the TARDIS, having just left the planet Time. Big Ed. Did you just call me Big Ed? I bet you did. Well, still.
She has listened to this many times.
There will be displaced creatures who need a home, somewhere to take over.
So don't come here.
A time of battle for ownership of the Earth.
That is true. I hadn't thought about that.
I'm probably worried for you if you're hearing this.
Aw.
I'm sure I miss you.
Aw.
Miss you too.
I like that.
I know you do. I hope you said I miss you too, else that bit's weird.
Aw. This is here just to make us feel sad. She listens to us whenever she's alone.
I should have brute.
No, stay in the scene. I like you. Can't have an important emotional scene with the random character we met last episode. Fuck. Maybe Division is not a group. Maybe the Doctor divided into two beings.
We're not in the universe, Doctor.
That's a thing to say. Whoa. Svinder? What the fuck is that? Did you Captain Jack this shit and show up here? Fuck is this? This is some creepy bastard shit. They're right there. They're right there! You need to get the fuck out of here. Okay. Whoa! Alright, there we go. Done. Connect with her? Oh.
Outside the division.
What is the other?
Control center from
The
which-
Division. It's the place in the middle between Universe 1 and whatever the other thing is.
As we near the end of the old universe, division is moving into the next. The crossing is in progress.
And this place?
My seed vault. Genetic traces from the previous universe to import into the next. To preserve what will have gone.
That universe isn't going anywhere.
It's over, Doctor.
Wow.
Has been ever since we let a virus into the experiment.
What sort of virus?
What are we talking?
You got out from division, and you couldn't leave the universe alone. You'd never stop if you rediscovered what division had done. I mean, if morality was always your flaw.
Morality. Is Division created the Flux because you're scared of me?
Not scared, wary, perhaps.
How much power do you imagine I have?
You inspire.
I mean, you could have just talked to her and be like, alright, we can end the universe, or you can just stop snooping around.
You don't remember.
Oh god. What is it?
Why would you? I'm the one who found you.
Oh!
Brought you to Gallifrey and raised you.
That's Dictune! Dictune.
I'm Dictune.
Yeah! Oh fuck, 96 unit! Lethbridge-stewart! Fuck! He's right there. He's not gonna show up on scene. He's just a fun gag in the background. Fuck. Is that a snake? Who the fuck is this guy? What kind of alien is he?
I prefer to be called Grand Serpent.
Wait! Grand Serpent, I remember now. This guy's the guy for a couple episodes ago. I completely forgot about him. I didn't think he mattered.
What if, what if, what if?
You denied me my life.
I gave you a life. Everything you are is because of me. What do you do, Doctor? Pick people up, take them with you. You adopt them, use them for reassurance, for company. They're your experiments, just as you were mine.
Shittiest mom of the year. Okay, found out. Well, is he getting absorbed? Yeah. Well.
So tiny.
Oh, we're gonna see what the inside of a passenger is like. Maybe he can hang up with Di.
And I've got some scores to settle with this lot.
That's like moving a lot. Nepal, yeah! I like that. I love that Jericho's with us, man. This is so cool. I like that.
What's the gossip? From down there. Who's kissed who?
Oh, this is a fun
I
seer.
don't get any up here. I'll take anything. What about some food? A rope? A pot? The latest Conan Doyle? I'm teasing you. I know you wouldn't have anything really.
He makes sense.
You have anything for us? No. I'm teasing you again.
This scene is fun. I like this. This is dumb.
Fetch
Fetch!
your
Something stupid.
dog.
Corvanista! The Great Wall of China, 1904. This is fun. I like this. I only hope that we could spend more time. Oh, look at Dan. He has a beard now. I only wish we could have more time on each of these places, you know? I always want to see like Doctor Who journey across the world, you know? Dan is here, 1904, Carvanista, fetch your human! Ah, it's so cool!
You cannot. It is too late.
Never too late. I'm very good at pulling rabbits out of hats.
I have
This
no
is true.
rabbits
It's a metaphor.
or hats.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. Just
This is a fun episode. Yeah, what the fuck was that? I just remember. We saw that shit for like a second. Oh, fuck! Can you unlock your memories with this? 1987, England. Oh, hey! We're running to Bill McCoy's run.
You will be chair of the Unit Oversight Committee over my dead body.
Literally forgot that this guy existed. I thought he was just part of Vinder's story. I didn't think he mattered. Door opens. This guy!
You call me mad, sir? Joseph Williamson.
Yes.
Mole. You take their side.
You're Joseph Williams.
Yes, he is.
I be, sir. But it seems I must find my own way out of this infernal.
Is Joseph Williamson being displaced through time? Are the fucking Williamson tunnels just warping him around reality?
In a nutshell, we believe the fabric of space and time is under threat and that Earth is about to be under attack. But we're not sure when, where, or who from, and we need to find others who can help us stop it happening.
Someone that acknowledges him? Someone who's like, you're not crazy?
I've so much to show you. It's so little time.
Wow. Okay. What the fuck is Joseph Williamson gonna show us? Oh, this is so good. I love that.
You can return to the dying universe you left, defend it from its inevitable destruction, and fail, or rejoin division.
Okay, this is cool. I like that. I was thinking that. It's like, no. But the thing is that it's clear that the Doctor's not gonna choose this.
What if we let your friends live?
As you know,
Okay, that's different. 2017.
but these are turbulent times, Kate.
Kate!
I'm afraid
And
is
this
the moment-
fucker is our boss!
I see you. Whatever you are, hiding in plain sight for so long, barely aging.
Fucking pulls out a gun and shoots him. Fucking run.
What's good? I have to go dark.
That's good. Oh, cool.
All ships, we are under attack.
Oh, shit.
Labels on each doorway.
Precisely, sir. A dozen doorways, a dozen wells.
He's exploring.
Past few days have changed everything.
Why?
Since All Hallows Eve, all is flux. Some of the doorways have changed. They're gateways to places I've never seen. Do not touch doorway 9.
Any particular reason?
Death, sir! Endless death!
Oh, that's persuasive.
But can you tell me exactly what you saw in door 9?
Does that have nothing?
It's never happened before.
Well. Oh my god, is the episode about to end? It is! Fuck my life! I'm so engaged!
Lower all defenses. Arm all weapons.
2021. Fuck this guy!
The proposal is...
They're back! Fucking goddammit! Why are you allying each other?
No.
Swarm's here.
What took was a little time. And all for this. To get beyond any one universe. To find division. To get revenge on those who imprisoned us so long ago. You released me. Now I release you.
Well, goodbye.
Now, Doctor.
I'm not gonna watch the next episode. Like what's coming next. I'm not gonna watch that. I just want to keep that pure. Fuck, dude. Like right before it ended, I was like, "Oh my god, I've been watching this episode for a while. It's gonna end soon, isn't it? This fucking sound is coming." Ugh, fuck! That episode ended. God damn. I mean, it makes sense. You know, it makes sense. Next episode is the final episode, but like, I mean, well, first of all, I don't think Tectone is dead, at least in a full capacity. But shit. Okay, that episode was great because like okay. So here's the thing. We're getting plot dumps. We're getting lore dumps here. We're learning a lot. So Tecteun came in and someone dropped a theory about Tecteun being like one of the weeping angels, the weeping angel that had the memories. You were on the right track. It wasn't the weeping angel that Tecteun transformed into it. It was Tecteun gave the weeping angels the physical item that had the memories just to lure the doctors, and then they can capture the doctor, sure. But like, okay, so Tecteun learn about the timeless child thing, and then, okay, no, but like, oh my god, okay. Trying to figure out how the logistics of this shit works. So, Tecteun is the closest thing to God we have in the show now. More than God, is more like you are the police that takes care of, well, you don't take care of the universe. So you were from Gallifrey. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I watched series 12, but I think they were in the planet Gallifrey. She was explorer, and she came across the timeless child, took the child in, raised them, and the child regenerated and whatever. And eventually that turned out to be the doctor, but Tecteun did a lot of experiments on the child in order to figure out what the fuck the deal with that was. But now Tecteun is no longer just like a Gallifreyan. Now Tecteun is like someone who's like the caretaker of the universe, but not really, but kind of, but not really. Like, okay, so Division, and I like this because I was thinking about this like in the past week after I recorded a previous episode. I was thinking Division is such an interesting name for like a group of people. So I was thinking maybe the Division is not so much a group of people as it is like literally a division. And in this episode, when Tecteun was talking to the doctor, I was like, oh my god, maybe the division is the timeless child was divided into multiple entities, and the doctor is one of them, but Tecteun is the another one. But now, later, it was confirmed that it was Tecteun. It's your mom. That's who it is. It's your mom. But your mom also took your memories away from you and all that stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of information we just learned here. Confirmation about the timeless child stuff. I mean, everyone just kind of accepted it. There's also so many lives we don't know about. I mean, that wasn't confirmed, but we know the doctor's memory are enclosed in this like thingy. Here's the thing. I don't want the doctor to ever get the thingy. Like the I don't remember the name of the watch. You know, the watch that contains your memories seals them away. I don't want the doctor to ever get that. You know? Because I want it to be some sort of like a Series 8 Peter Capaldi situation, you know? Because the 12th Doctor had this thing where he was like, am I a good man? Or whatever, you know? And he was like so hung up about it. And then eventually he was just like, you know what? Fuck it. You know? Fuck it. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do me. And I love that. I love that so much about it. And I almost want the Doctor to go through the same shit now. You know, to just like have a moment where the doctor has to choose. And Tecteun was kind of giving her that. It's the idea of like, you have to choose whether or not you get your memories or you go to like saving people. And I want the doctor to just be like, fuck you. Like, and the doctor did say that because Tecteun gave her that chance. But like, I want that to come into like a proper scene, like an epic scene where the doctor has to like grab it, or I don't know, like grab Yas's arm. That might happen, by the way. That might happen. It's gonna be a thing of like somehow they're all gonna be together in the same spot because they kind of have to be. I feel like in order to have like a dramatic, like final, like episode. But like I almost want to see like Yas is falling off of a cliff. And so is the watch. And the doctor is gonna go and grab Yas's arm and be like, I'm gonna save you. She's gonna look at the watch and be like, fuck, and she's gonna hesitate and end up saving her friend. And it's gonna be like, hell yeah. I mean, I almost, like, that is the most cliche thing ever, which is why I almost say that it might happen. You know, there's like a 30% chance of something similar to that happening. I don't even know where to begin with this episode because there's a lot to happen in it. You know, there's a lot to talk about with that episode. But like, sure, Doctor's memory is right there. Tectune is the old lady. Tectune really seemed to be like a piece of shit, didn't she? Because like, it's the idea that she treated the doctor kind of like a test subject more than anything. Which I suppose the doctor was, you know, at the time of Shao. But like, you know, here's the thing. It's that we're adding characters to the tier list. That's what we're doing, you know? Because like, we had the doctor, but then it was like, oh, but we have all the Gallifreyans and the president of Gallifrey or whatever. And it's like, yeah, there's so many more people around the mythos of the doctor, the renegade Time Lord. But then it was like, okay, no, the doctor is actually the original life form that defied time or some shit, and all of Gallifrey is built around the powers that the doctor had originally, and the doctor is like this mythical entity that we don't know anything about. Sure, that raised the doctor like a couple levels above everyone else. But now we have Tectune, which is like, okay, so there's like multiple universes and I hang out like in the middle of it and I just kind of overlook them. And then one day I was like, you're getting too close to the truth. I'm just going to fuck up that universe just real quick. So then she just threw Swarm and Assure. I think she did it, didn't she? I think she said that there were like necessary poisons or something. So I think she let Swarm and Assure, and I think they also mentioned that in the final scene, into the universe just to like destroy it, just because the doctor was like getting too close to the truth about the division. The thing is that the doctor was also an agent of the division too, so like there's a lot to the division mythos that we don't know about. There really is, and I don't know how that's gonna go. Sorry, I'm like really stuck trying to think about. Because the doctor worked for the division. Then the doctor at some point lost their memories. Fuck, I almost want to go and rewatch like that entire episode of series 12. I don't know the name of the episode, man. It was I think it was the second to last episode of series 12. Maybe it was the final episode. But it was the one where you see the child being born and then joining like the army, and then they're taken to a place where they have like their They go through like a process and then they erase their memories. And I think, and that was the doctor at the end of the day. I want to see that. I want to see that again. So maybe we can understand a little better what happened between the doctor and the division and Tectune. Because if the doctor was a member of it at some point, there must have been some kind of like falling out almost, maybe. Like, because, like, I'm thinking, like, maybe at the end of the day, it was the doctor's choice to say, like, fuck it, you know? But I think, didn't Tectune say, like, we released you? Something like that? So maybe it was just Tectune's choice. Didn't she say that this was, like, an experiment to see what the fuck the doctor would do? You know, let the doctor loose in a universe, see what happens. Something like that. It's over, doctor. It has been ever since we let a virus into the experiment. What sort of virus? You got out from division and you couldn't leave the universe alone. But mostly, I blame you. I thought you were manageable, but I had to admit what I always knew deep down. You never stop if you rediscover what division had done. Morality was always your flaw. And when you knew the truth, you never stopped hounding us. So the universe has to end to protect the existence of division. Shoot the universe down and you within it. Except that even then you interfere, disrupting the flux just as it came into existence. Okay, but like, okay, I think I follow. So I was wondering, why would you want to keep the existence of division necessarily hidden? And I think they're just worried that if the doctor knew about division, they would just be like, oh, the doctor's gonna go ham on us and division's gonna be gone, which might fuck up the multiverse. So if that's the case, then I suppose we gotta stop the doctor. So I guess we're just gonna nuke the universe. Talk about a way of defeating someone, you know? Oh my god, it's kind of cool, honestly. It's the idea of like, we gotta take the Doctor out. How do we do that? Let's disintegrate the universe. That might do it. And it didn't work. That's funny. It's funny because it's like, it's the idea of like, we never defeat the Doctor. We never know what the fuck to do with this fucking guy. Well, girl now. It's like, what the fuck do we do with this dude? And it's like, well, I guess we're just gonna give the universe cancer and it will just die, and I guess the Doctor will die within it. And then the Doctor came back here and they're like, well, god fuck. Like, I guess we failed. So now I don't know what to do. That means the Flux has like no purpose now anymore. Like, cool. Okay, I understand what happened. It's just like the Doctor got out of division. Somehow they took their memories away. Like, maybe the Doctor realized that they took their memories away and that's why they left division. But if that's the case, then there would have to be 2 memory wipes at some point. You know? Because the Doctor was a kid and grew up and had a life. So, Detective specifically said, like, you left, like, you got out from division. You got out. That kind of sounds like the Doctor left on the Doctor's terms, like she escaped, you know? But if that's the case, then there would have to be another memory wipe. Because the Doctor had a life as a kid, and the Doctor remembers that life, you know, as William Hartnell and then onwards. So there would have to be another memory wipe, because it would have to be division, memory wipe, I escaped division, unless they captured the Doctor after the Doctor escaped division, memory wiped her, and then they dumped her again to live a random normal life. That could have been a thing. So I don't know exactly how that went, but that's another thing. The Doctor was left in the universe to see what's up. We let a virus into the experiment. What is the experiment? So if she's not the experiment, and she's the virus, because she said we let a virus into the experiment. What virus? You. So the Doctor is the virus. Is the universe the experiment? Can they create universes? I mean, that's a good question. Like, where does anything come from? From the division. Whatever, man. So, I suppose the question is the universe gonna end? Most of the universe already ended. The universe could end, I guess. I mean, the thing about, like, dumb sci-fi concepts like this is that it can just, like, end, and then we go to the next one, and then we have the rest of the show happen in that other universe, you know? That could happen. But there would be a sense of melancholy if we did that, so I don't know if they want to do it. If they do that, then I'm going to say that if they do run away into another universe, they're going to save Earth. Like, somehow they're going to grab Earth and put it into the new universe. If they do escape into the old one, they're going to save Earth and new universe. But, like, that would mean that every other planet's fucked, you know? That would mean that, like, literally every other place we've ever seen in Doctor Who that wasn't Earth is dead now. Which is kind of a bummer retroactively, you know? It's kind of a bummer, because if you go back to revisit other Doctor Who episodes, and you go to another planet, and it's just like, oh, what the fuck is this? It's like, oh, whatever. And you see some wacky aliens, it's like, oh, and it's fun. They're dead now. The Flux killed them. Alright. I don't know how they want to do this, because I'm trying to think of, like, from, like, okay, you're running the show. How do you want to do this in a way that would not scar children for life? I suppose children are not thinking that hard about this. So you can grab Earth and be like, new universe, they're fine now. You know, I suppose you can do that. But, like, there's no... alternatively, they're going to find some wacky way to undo the Flux. Yo, this episode lied to me, by the way. This episode told me... previous episode told me Kate was going to be in this episode, and she was in the episode for, like, a minute. And then she's just fucking... gone. I will say though, like, I was thinking, well, because she showed up, maybe she'll show up again next episode, or yeah, actually she could show up next episode and help us save the day against the Grand Serpent or whatever. I had no fucking clue that was Grand Serpent, by the way, because, like, I saw that guy and I was like, should I recognize him? And they said his name, and I think it was, like, Prentice. And I legitimately, in the middle of the episode, I just went into Google, and I was like, Prentice, Doctor Who. And I go, that guy from fucking, what's his fucking name? What's the name of the episode? Under the Lake? before the flood, the 12th Doctor episode. You know the guy that was into being submissive? That guy with the weird kink? That guy, his name was Prentice. So I Googled and I found that guy, and I was like, I guess this is not a character. I guess I've never seen this guy before. But the way that the camera framed him, it was like he turned around and the camera was like, ta-da, and it's him. And I'm like, who is that? I don't recognize him. They said the name and I was like, I get no results. Who the fuck is this guy? Then he was like Grand Serpent. And I'm like, oh, you're that guy from Vinder's backstory. I didn't think you would be relevant, but I guess you are. I have no idea how you're here, but I guess you are. And I guess now you want to fuck the planet because you're conspiring with Sontarans. I have no idea why. Unless... when is this happening? Maybe this is how the Sontarans got into Earth to begin with, which led to episode 2. So even though we already solved the problem, now we're seeing the beginning of the problem. Mate, that would be fun actually. Because I was thinking that Sontarans are coming back and I'm like, but it would be really fun if this was how the Sontarans got a hold of Earth to begin with. And then in episode 2, we already solved that problem. Because we're essentially watching a story out of place happening. Not a story, a plot thread out of order. So we see Sontarans on Earth in the past and across time and in the future. Dan crashes all the ships in the future. In the past, we destroy them. It's like, okay, cool. Sontarans are fucked now. We win. And then it's like episode 5. Episode 6, it's like Sontarans are invading Earth, and then invading Earth, then they're gonna go and create all the camps, which causes episode 2 to happen. That'll be fun. So what happened with Dan and Carvanista in episode 2 was actually after the events of this episode. Maybe. If that's the case, that's cool as fuck. If that's not the case, that means Sontarans are just doing a double tap now. They're just coming in and they're like, all right, again, you know, like we fail, but would you wait 3 episodes? We're going to come back stronger than ever. It's like, all right, that could be the case though. But I would like it if this was how episode 2 began to happen, you know? The reason why Sontarans got in through the Carvanista ships is because, through the Lopari ships, is because they had help from the inside from essentially a man who runs UNIT, you know? So yeah, sure. Grand Serpent, I'm just gonna say it. Grand Serpent is to me, it's just some dude that we have here just for like convenience of plot. Just like, all right, we need a bad guy that allows them in. And then it's like, we need a bad guy for the vendors to shoot, you know? Like, we're gonna see like a resolution of storylines next episode, I guess. And we're gonna see the resolution to the Earth Grand Serpent storyline, and it's gonna be Vinder and Bell. And they're gonna take care of it, and it's gonna be cool because it's the guy from his backstory, you know. And that's like literally the only reason why he's here, because Grand Serpent, he's a totally random background throwaway character, and now he's like actually in the main antagonist. It's like, what? All right, sure, man, sure, whatever. So Joseph Williamson, I love this dude because actually Joseph Williamson might be my favorite thing about Doctor Who Flux, and I'm not even kidding when I say that, because it's the idea that you see him in like every episode. He just shows up and he's like, what the fuck is this? And then he walks away, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then in this episode, they have this moment when they're like, wait, what the fuck was that guy about? Like, hold on, let's think about that guy. And he says, I'm Joseph Williamson. They're like, what? So then they go to Liverpool and they're like, Joseph Williamson. It's like, yeah, the Williamson tunnels. Yeah. What was that about? And then Doctor Who's essentially solving the mystery what the fuck the Williamson tunnels are about. And it's like, there's a gateway of reality inside the Williamson tunnels. And I have no idea why. I have no idea why that happens. But in the Williamson tunnels, if you get to the end, then there is like essentially a set of doors that you can go into, and each door will take you to some point and place in time space. So Joseph Williamson is like, all right, I'm gonna see each door and see what happens. And I guess he's seeing the events of the future of Flux, and he's like, yeah, that's fucked. I need to save humanity somehow. I need to prevent this from happening, but nobody will listen to me. I love that. I fucking love that. But like, that means that Joseph Williamson is like, so, okay, how many doors are there? Because my dude is literally coming out of like, he's everywhere, honestly. Unless the doors are like plot doors and they take him exactly where he needs to be in order to meet up with the Doctor Who cast. Maybe that's what it is. The doors know where they should take him. You know, that could be fun. But like, what is the place, like, what is in the Williamson tunnel? Like, what is in there? Like, why are there doors to teleport to space and time? Huh? What is it? Like, it's what is that place? Like, I mean, clearly it has some kind of like time space this fucking displacement thing happening there. But like, why? So maybe we'll see how the Williamson tunnels come to happen next episode or at some point. You know, I don't know. Maybe the Doctor will do something. That might be my favorite thing about Flux. Not even kidding when I say that, because I was thinking about it while I was watching the episode. I was like, that's so cool. Because like the entire time I was thinking we're going to have like a Joseph Williamson episode, and it's going to be like, oh, we're going to figure out what the mystery with that guy is. And in this episode, it's like, no, there's no mystery. This guy is just like, I'm just walking around because I see crazy shit, and I want someone to just stop and listen to me and be like, all right, let's save humanity. And he's like, yeah, I've been trying to do that the whole time. I'm trying to explore and see what the fuck I can do to stop this. I got no help from nobody. And I like how Yas told them exactly that, you know, just like there's some catastrophic event that's coming to wipe out humanity and I'm trying to save Earth. And with Joseph Williamson's like, someone, finally someone. Oh, he's like, gives her a hug. He's so like, I've been trying to do that shit for 5 episodes. Nobody listens to me. Everyone is just like, why is this crazy old man just walking in? And it's like, yeah, because of course they would be. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that that's what it was. Because like, it's like, we're not going to waste any time with Joseph Williamson now. It's just like, no, this historical figure he's a plot device, almost, you know? Like, the Joseph Williamson and the Williamson tunnels are not like a story that you see for an episode. They are a plot device to the grander conflict. And that, to me, is really fun. You know, whenever you can, like, throw something or someone into the plot and make it make sense, and especially if it goes through episodes, you know? And that's what Joseph Williamson has been. It's kind of like the Bad Wolf thing, you know? Joseph Williamson is the Bad Wolf of this season. He shows up every episode and you're like, what the fuck is this guy about? And he's like, I don't know. And then you get to the fucking end of the season and it's like, oh, that's what it was. This guy is literally found like a portal that takes him to everywhere. And he's trying to ask for help with someone to listen. So he can be like, all right, let's maybe save humanity now. He's like, all right, let's save the world. That's cool. That's cool, because it's like, he's not the most important thing. He's not like a proper plot story that we have to like solve or whatever. He's just here. And that's cool to me. He's just here. And I like that. All right. So speaking of just here, Jericho is here. I like that. I like Professor Eustachius Jericho. I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say this. Make him a companion. Okay, listen, hear me out. Is anyone against that idea? Is anyone against the idea of Professor Eustachius Jericho being a companion? Here's the thing. The one downside to it, quote unquote downside, is the idea that you won't... Jericho is not going to get like a proper entry of like, oh shit, this is the new hyped up companion. They're not going to do that because he's already been in a couple episodes. But to me, that's so much cooler because it really is like a classic Doctor Who thing. And this is what I've been wanting. This is what I've been wanting forever. Because I miss the way classic Doctor Who companions work, you know? I miss the idea of like, I'm watching an episode and then this random person shows up because they're like a member of the storyline that they're doing for that weekly episode. And then at the end, they're going like, you know, what if I join in? You know, what if I tag along? And then they tag along. And that's something I always loved. And especially if it's someone that is not just from modern era fucking Earth. This guy is from the 60s. This guy is cool. He's hardened. He has a personality. He's determined. He's curious. He's an old man, and he's like not from modern era. So he doesn't know anything about like cell phones. You know, all he knows is like fucking shitty ass black and white TVs. That's as far as his knowledge of technology goes. That would be so fun to have as a companion, wouldn't it? You know, I would love to have Professor Jericho as a companion. I would love that so much. So BBC, please make Professor Eustachius Jericho a companion. I'm tired of modern era random ass England ass random companion just coming in and be like, oh, I know everything that the audience knows because we live in the same time era, so they can transplant themselves onto me. No, fuck that. Just give me a unique character. Give me someone with a different background. That's what I want. I want Professor Eustachius Jericho to be a companion. Fuck that. I'm starting this movement. If this movement has not started already, I'm starting it myself. Yo, Professor Eustachius Jericho stands rise up. I love saying the full name and title because that's fun. I would love that so much. I would love that so much because it also makes me think of like, okay, so I haven't watched this episode. Dragonfire was the fourth and final series of season 24 of Doctor Who. It marked the departure of companion Melanie Bosch and featured the debut of Sophie Aldred as Ace. I love that. I fucking love that. I haven't watched the episode, but I read about it. This episode is the final episode for the companion Melanie, but it also introduces Ace, which is my favorite companion from Classic. And it's awesome to have it's awesome to have an episode where you have your companion, you have your regular adventure, and you meet people in the episode. Because you do this every time you have a Doctor Who episode. In every story, you meet characters that are gonna stay for that story, and then we say goodbye to them. That's what we do. But it is awesome to have a story where you meet someone, and then at the end of the episode, the companion that you're following goes like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And the companion and the new person you met that episode is like, I'm gonna become the new companion now. That's cool. I like that. I like the idea of like a random person that you meet that is not even from like modern era sometimes, just decides, I'm gonna be a companion now. I want that so much. I want Jericho to just be like this random ass dude that we meet in a random ass episode in the 60s. And then he becomes like a proper character. I want to stay a long time with this guy. I want him to be a companion so bad. Why wouldn't he be a companion? He's so curious. He's like, yes, I want to understand all these things. I want to see all these things, man. And it's like, yes, I want him to be a companion so bad. Please don't die next episode. Please stay alive and please meet the Doctor again, and then please have him see the TARDIS. Please, I want him to stay. Yo, BVZ, please make him a companion. That's all I'm asking for. You can add someone else, and in fact, I would prefer that. If you add someone else as a companion as well, but I would love for Jericho to be a proper companion, and then you bring someone else in, you know? That'll be fun. That'll be so fun. Okay. Fuck my life. What are we doing? So sorry, I got really derailed into that tangent. I really like the scene where the fucking the Nepal hermit, the seer, is just fucking joshing around. He's so fun. Such a fun character. I'm teasing you. It's like, alright, that's fun. I mean, I really enjoyed how Yas, Dan, and Jericho went around the world just doing shit, just like trying to figure out what the fuck is happening and how to prevent the end of the world. That was really fun. It was really fun to see them because honestly, that's what I want to see sometimes. You know, I really enjoy the idea of like Doctor Who world tour. You know, I really enjoy that. So I would really love to see more of that. You know, that's something I would have loved to see. You know, that's something I would have loved to see for like a singular storyline season. You know, if instead of Doctor Who Flux, we've gotten like Doctor Who World Tour. Like that, exactly that. That's the title, Doctor Who World Tour. And he would just be like, this episode, we're in Egypt. This episode, we're in China. This episode, we're in Brazil. You know, just like, that would be so fun to see, wouldn't it? That would be so great. I would love to see it so much because honestly, that's my favorite part about like Doctor Who. I think I said that a little bit before previous episode. I don't enjoy the like space travel as much as I enjoy the time travel, because usually time travel means that you stay on Earth, but it's a different setting and it's usually a different culture and everything. But that's mostly what I want to see. I want to see like Earth, but like different cultures, different people, different setting, different everything. So like, let's not just hang around in modern time England, please. Let's just not do that. And we can do space, but that ceases to be fun after a certain point. I'm still waiting for the ancient Egypt episode. That's what I'm waiting for. Or the fucking ancient era Japan. I want to see a fucking samurai fight in Doctor Who. That's what I want to see. I would love to see it so much. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for... No, what am I saying? There's shit to talk about. Vinder got taken inside of a passenger and he met Dai. You know, that's like really... That's like convenient, you know, for us, the audience. It's like, oh, there's millions of people inside of a passenger. It's like, no, Dai is right there. Cool, they're gonna talk. And Dai is immediately like, oh, finally someone with a gun. Those motherfuckers are gonna pay. It's like, all right, Dai, cool. I've seen you for like one scene tops. 2 scenes maybe. It's like, all right, cool. You're gonna get him. You're gonna get him. I don't know anything about you, but you're gonna get him, girl. So yeah, Vinder is right there. Bell is with Carvanista. They're gonna fight Sontarans now. Sure, that's something that's happening. Sontarans are just storming everywhere. They're storming where Joseph Williamson and Yas, Dan, and Jericho are. They're just storming Earth, sure. And the Doctor now is dealing with Swarm and Assur, who have now seemingly disintegrated Tecteun from reality. I don't think that's a thing. I almost think that Tecteun probably is like, I don't know, it's like an entity that has surpassed the need for like a physical body almost. So like maybe her just getting erased right there is just like whatever. Her consciousness is somewhere else, you know? Like that would be nice. That would be cool. Because like that, it almost feels like they're talking about the universe that we know about and everyone inside of it, as if they weren't something that like mattered too much, you know. And you know, I like Swarm. Actually, I like Swarm and Assur. I like what they're doing. They're essentially just saying, "Fuck you, God. We're not just your playthings. We're not just some virus that you threw into a universe just to erase it. Fuck you, we want to get out of here," you know? It's like, because it's almost like, to Tecteun, the universe is almost like a game. It's almost like a video game. And I like the idea of like your chess pieces being like, fuck you, you don't control me. What the fuck are you doing? Just coming right here and stabbing you in the face. That'll be a fun idea for chess, you know? Meta chess. You're also a piece. The pieces want to kill you. Oh man. Anyway, so I like that idea. I don't know if that's exactly what's happening, because I'll be honest, I don't pay too much attention to things, but I do like that idea. The psychotemporal building have been building power with the energy we harvested from the life forms of that universe. All we took was a little time, and all for this to get beyond any one universe. To find the vision. To get revenge on those who imprisoned us so long ago. To take them all. Okay, no, but like, no, that's not exactly what happened. It's like, oh, revenge to get those who imprisoned us. Yeah, because the Vision did imprison them. So, okay, Swarm and Assur are also like greater entities that we think of them being, you know? They're not just some... Because, okay, so like, here's the thing, is that everything that I'm thinking about that is like outside of the universe is like, it's like a, whoa, it's like a tier above everything else in reality. You know, it's just like, oh, if you're outside the universe, that means like, holy shit, you must be a big deal. So the fact that Division is that, I'm just like, okay, Division is like, whoa, it's like, because they also talk about the universe as if it was like an experiment, you know, as if everything is like a thing, not necessarily something that matters. And I almost see Swarm seems to be something like that too. So Division captured Swarm, and Swarm to them was the exact same thing. You know, something that is outside of our universe, and then they just let him loose in the universe. Or I suppose he escaped. Did he escape, or did they just let him go? I have so many questions. Fuck. How much about what's happening was like premeditated, and how much of it was just like, all right, this should happen, or how much of it was just like, we figured that something like this would happen eventually. Did Swarm cause the Flux? I was under the impression that Swarm caused the Flux, but maybe he didn't. He's just out here. They're just out here capturing people in order to get out of the universe. Okay. They're capturing people's souls in order to harvest energy in order to get out of the universe. The Flux itself is not something they did then, is it? I thought it was, but I could be wrong. And it is in fact just the Division causing that, maybe. Dude, I've been talking about this for like 45 minutes. I have no idea where I'm going. And I feel like I just need to shut up and watch the next episode whenever it comes out. I'm gonna have to wait a week. Okay, they did do a little nod to lethbridge-stewart, you know, like when they were in Unit in the 60s, they say like, oh, lethbridge-stewart, I'm lethbridge-stewart, whatever. It's like a voice in the background, and they're like, oh, that's him, that's him. Which you hear him in the background. Oh, that's a new one. Oh, he has a loud voice. It's like, all right, sure, that's a small nod. Yeah, that's a small nod. It's like exactly the same as like Death in Heaven. He just shows up for a small nod, and then we go away, because it's like, yeah, the actor died, so fuck it. You know, what can we do now other than small nods? I mean, you can get a new actor, but like it wouldn't be the same. But we had a new actor for the first Doctor, so what was the name of that guy? David Bradley, him. So, yo, my favorite thing ever. Piece of Doctor Who trivia, in case y'all don't know, because maybe you do. The reason why David Bradley is in Twice Upon a Time, I mean, the reason why Twice Upon a Time even happened is because, and I remember I watched this video, and then I watched the next video where Stephen Moffat said it. There is a panel, there's a Doctor Who panel on YouTube, and I don't remember what panel it was, but it was a panel where Stephen Moffat was there with, I think it was with Peter Capaldi, and maybe it was, I don't know, Jenna Coleman. But he was there, and it was like the section where the panel, people in the panel, like the fans, ask the cast questions. And somebody asked, what would be a character that you would like to like bring back to have in an episode? And Stephen Moffat said, I would love to have the first Doctor, but unfortunately, William Hartnell has been dead for decades now, so we can't get him in. And then the fan who asked the question said, you could just get David Bradley, though, because he already played the first Doctor in the docudrama. He played William Hartnell in the docudrama. So they're like, you could just get him, right? And then Stephen Moffat was like, I could. And then I watched another panel years later after Twice Upon a Time, and he said, yeah, the reason why Twice Upon a Time happened is because a fan told me you could just get David Bradley. And I was like, I could, couldn't I? That's true. So that's my favorite piece of Doctor Who trivia. It's the fact that a fan at a con on camera told them you could get David Bradley. And he was like, yeah, I can. Actually, fuck yeah, I can. And then he just made it. Fuck. Oh, man. That's just a fun piece of Doctor Who trivia. I love that shit. I love that shit so much. Okay, so this is the section where I ask people for questions regarding the episode. And at the time of recording, there's only been one question asked to me. And if there's more, I'm going to record tomorrow, like a clip where I talk about them. So Shaz, which is a regular on my streams, asks, I'm just gonna say it. What do you think of the Evil Dan memes? Okay, here's the thing. I have only heard of Evil Dan memes. I have not seen many. I've only just heard about them because as a result of me like doing reactions and shit, and because I cannot watch the episodes like exactly at the same time as everyone else does in the UKs, because like I don't live in the UKs, so Doctor Who is not like transmitted on TV for me. I cannot just sit on my TV and watch it. I have to like wait a couple hours at least, maybe a couple days. So because of that, I have unfollowed everything Doctor Who related. And Twitter still pushes like Doctor Who shit onto me because they know I like it, because, everyone knows your information because they want to advertise shit for you because we live in a capitalistic nightmare. But I have unfollowed everything Doctor Who related because I don't want to see any spoilers before I record the video from people that are watching it live. So I have not seen many Evil Dan memes, but after I got this question, I went to search for some Evil Dan memes. I just typed Evil Dan, and I found some cool shit, man. There's so many fun videos because, wait, what? Evil Dan Minnesota 1 prologue. Someone is just making like a fucking Evil Dan needs more soup. Evil Dan theme. Evil Dan is not Bradley Walsh. I seen that one. Okay. There's a Evil Dan absorbs the time vortex. I've seen that one, and the thumbnail for it kills me. Oh my god, I fucking love this. Evil Dan is really fun. I like every time that you see Dan like distorted face, and he's just smiling and has like a creepy look, just like. Hey. That one, that's really fun. Just do that. Just do that for everything regarding Dan, and just add like, I don't know, like a creepy theme in the background. I just want to see that. I just want to see every scene with Dan, but like it has creepy music in the background. That's it. That's all I want to see. Fuck, man. Evil Dan is really fun. My favorite is Evil Dan Absorbs the Time Vortex. 100% that's my favorite. Because it's really well edited. Like, oh my god, there's a new meme. Doctor Who Poop Shorts has made a meme that was uploaded 2 hours ago, and it's from the new episode. I'm gonna watch it live. Fuck it. Evil Dan reaction time.
I hope it looks all right. I don't suppose we'll ever know, really. That?
That's so good. Sorry, you saw my recommended for a second. It's okay. What's the point of being alive? That's so fun. That's such a good, because like that scene with Dan is so good because it's like, what's the point of being alive if you can make yourself happy? Or if you can make others happy? That's what he said. That's really good. Because it's such a good moment. It's character defining, and I really agree with that sentiment. It's so nice. But the fact that you grab like the nicest character we've seen in a while and just be like evil. And it's Evil Dan. And it's the idea of like, sorry, I just think about like the evil whatever memes that are essentially just like an image and then just filter the opposite, and it's just like, yes. Evil Haarute live, like I pay attention to things. Evil Dan. What's the point of being alive? Alright, I'm good. I'm having a lot of fun. Evil Dan is fantastic. It's a good meme. This is the kind of memes that I would make because I've been around the block on the internet. I made a meme or two back in the day, but I'm at the point where I'm so tired now that I don't make memes anymore. I just talk my shit, and that to me is fun. But I don't have the energy to like do like a proper edit for a meme, unless like it's in the middle of an episode and I have an idea and I have to do it. But like usually it's difficult for me to motivate myself to actually make like a good edit. I'm just like, man, I'm just tired. I'm just gonna do this now. Okay, Evil Dan memes are great. Shout outs to that YouTube channel, Doctor Who Poops or whatever. Whatever the name of the channel was. I said it earlier. They make good meme. Alright, sorry, there probably was like a weird cut in between like the last segment and this, but I'm recording this like a couple days later. So what's up? More questions that I got. So Firefly asks, how do you think the Sontaran general survived his ships exploding, or is this just another Sontaran clone since they all look and sound the same? First of all, racist. Second, I said this before already during the review portion that you probably heard like a couple minutes ago, but for me it was like 2 days ago. But I think this might be like how they got in the first place. So in the timeline, this is the first event. This is how they invade Earth, and then we take care of them in episode 2. So I think this is retroactively adding context as to how that happened. I could be wrong though. But assuming that I'm wrong, how did he survive? I don't know, dude. Like if he survived, it was some bullshit like, all right, device that teleports him away in case of emergencies and recalls him back to home. And they wouldn't use that because Sontarans never retreat. All right, they never retreat. They would rather die in battle or some shit. But in this case, they were like, I have to retreat in order to give information back in order to get the doctor because this is really important information. I don't know, some shit like that. Yeah, sure, whatever, something like that. Or the Flux caused something weird spatial temporal to happen, or it's just someone else. I actually think, in terms of likelihood, I think this is the first event, and then we take care of them in episode 2. Maybe it's just another dude that sounds similar. And then the third one is just like he survived. But I think more than anything, this is just an event out of order. I think mostly that's what this might be. And another question is, how do you think Vendor and Diane will escape Passenger? And will Dan ever care about her anymore, having been without her for 3 years? I mean, I don't think you would just stop caring about a person if you don't talk to them for 3 years, for a couple years. Like if there are like many events in your life happening, and I suppose they're happening for Dan a little bit, but also not really, because in the situation that Dan is in, I don't see Dan making a lot of friends because he's not stable in a point of time, right? He's thinking, okay, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta go back to my own time. I gotta meet up with the people that I love again. So I think Dan probably hasn't stopped thinking about Diane. And also knowing Dan's personality, I don't think he would ever stop thinking about Diane, stop caring. He's like, I gotta go back and I gotta save her. So that's probably what he feels. So even though it's been 3 years, I don't think that's nearly enough time to stop caring. And it depends on the relationship that you have with the person in the first place. But like, it seemed like they were close. It seemed like they were relatively close. So he probably cares, and mostly he would care because she was taken hostage or whatever. Because of him too. So like, I feel like he would care, like 100%. I don't know to what degree, but I'm pretty sure he would. Unless we're talking about Evil Dan here, which Evil Dan is a completely different character. How do you think Vendor and Diane will escape the Passenger? They would get Iggy Pop to come and do a concert, and they would get out in the distraction. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I literally don't know. I think this is just like I think this might just be like a minor detail. Well, not a minor detail. I'm full of shit here. So I think it would have something to do with the Grand Serpent, because the only reason why I think Grand Serpent isn't even in the story is because Vendor has to be like, oh, you are the guy from my backstory. You are the crooked politician, whatever fuck, that ordered to kill those people. and they kind of ruined my life. So you and I, this is personal. Like, I feel like Vinder is gonna get out of Passenger. I have no idea how, but it will be somewhat related to the Grand Serpent, or maybe not related to the Grand Serpent, but related to Earth. So the Passenger will be on Earth near the Grand Serpent, and they're gonna get out. And after they get out, the Vinder is gonna confront the Grand Serpent. And that's how that's gonna be resolved. But I have no idea exactly how they will escape the Passenger. They're either going to introduce some kind of like dumb MacGuffin that if you do this from inside, you can get out, maybe. And all we needed was someone with the gun. That could be. Or it could just be something like the doctor's just gonna rescue them. Or the doctor or someone else, you know, someone else is gonna rescue them from outside, or maybe it's Worm with an Sir. They're gonna let them out, and they have to let them out in order to use them as fuel or something, you know, because those people that they use as fuel with the crystals in this episode, those people were not in Passengers. They were actually out. So maybe they will be taken out, like the Passenger is just like a bag, and then you take them out of the bag, and then you use them. And maybe in that moment, they are able to fight back in some way. But I cannot tell you with certainty, but I think that's a fun idea. Yeah, I think that's a fun idea. We can do that. That's it. The only question I needed to add to the ending here. I don't know if there's anything else I want to talk about, because, okay, here's the thing. I'm recording this like 2 days later because I've been busy. I had to record Hannibal, I had to edit Hannibal, I had to publish Hannibal, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean just premiered on Netflix today at like 5 in the morning, and I was like, shit, I gotta work and I gotta sleep and I gotta fuck, and well, not that, but I was like, shit, I need to watch JoJo, but I can't. So this entire day, I just been like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta work on this thumbnail. I gotta get this video ready. I gotta record the Doctor Who extra today. And then I'm like, shit, I gotta watch JoJo, man. I have to watch JoJo. And I watched like 5 episodes. There's 12, so there's like 7 I have to still to go through. So I'm gonna do that like probably a little bit later in the night. I also need to edit this Doctor Who episode. So it's like Wednesday right now. So I recorded the episode on... it was on Sunday when it came out. So yeah, it's been 3 days. I should edit this episode. I really should. I did edit a little bit of it, but I need to add this at the end, and then I need to work on the highlight for the reaction thing. So yeah, I'll figure out how this works. By the way, I'm recording this after previous episode went live. Previous episode went live in the weirdest manner. So YouTube told me that the video was unblocked, and I was like, cool, sick. So I worked on the thumbnail, put it out there, I made it public, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And then I was like, oh, it's like 3 in the morning UK time. Okay, not a lot of people are gonna see it. And then I kept looking at the views, and it wasn't moving at all. Not even like 1 view. And I was like, okay, that's weird. I mean, I know it's late, but still. And then I like checked it on like a different account, and it was blocked. But YouTube told me that it was public. And if I check it on any account or in incognito, so anyone that isn't my main account, it says that it's blocked. But to me, it told me that it was totally fine and that it was public. And I was like, what the fuck? So I just had a fucking mental breakdown because I didn't know what the fuck to do. And like a day later, it finally became public. But by that point, YouTube wouldn't recognize the video as a new upload. So YouTube just killed that video essentially, because for everyone it told them that the video was published 2 days ago, but they didn't see it 2 days ago because it was blocked. But now it's available, but nobody gets a notification for it. So that video is just tanking in views. So that's great. You know, like, the content creator life is fun, man. Like, there's so much shit outside of your control that like you're working your ass in order to try to make it work, and then it doesn't, and you just kind of want to die. That's just kind of the way this works. So that's a lot of fun. Anyway, what's the point of being alive? Thank you so much for watching this reaction episode to Doctor Who. If you would like to watch full-length reactions to Doctor Who, you can do so at the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below. You can support the channel and my suffering. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Next week we're gonna see the finale. So thank you so much. See you guys next time. Bye bye. Take care.